hey, we're going to start this over because I don't like it. Hey everybody, Matt Cribbs here, and welcome back to another Wednesday morning drive. Hope you're doing well. I am doing great. It's a beautiful day. So today I do want to talk about some things that are not necessarily related to role-playing games, but that's okay. I reserve the right to do that on Wednesday morning drive. This is more about the past week that's been happening in the real world, and I think it'll be relevant to at least some of you and interesting. So, oh geez, I've over the past weekend, I'm trying to decide where to start. I got an email from my parents that they have officially cut the cord, which means their landline phone, it was a voice over IP phone through their internet service provider. So at least that was progress. But they've now gotten rid of their landline phone, which, to be honest, they were one of the few people I actually talked to who had a landline phone. But good for them. But they also got rid of, cable. Cutting the cord generally means, all you have coming into your house is internet. And so they went that way. And after discussing with them and thinking about them, I'd been on the fence to do that for quite some time. If it was just me, I probably would have cut the cord a long time ago. Most of what I watch is YouTube or Netflix, or I do have Amazon Prime. I don't really watch a whole lot on the network shows, except for Formula One, which if you follow my channel, I'm a Formula One fan. And trying to find a way to watch Formula One when I have to watch the races, which is usually a couple hours after they're over because they're mostly in Europe and thus in the middle of the night. But trying to find a way to watch that if you don't have them on, your DVR or somewhere where you already know where to get them and not have the race ruined for you is a difficult thing. So that's one use. And then also because I have the little ones, Crib 2.0 line. It's very convenient when one of them's acting up or when you need to focus on something to put the other one in front of the TV, or you just need a mental break to let TV babysit for a little bit. And that's easier than having to dig through an app and find something. So those two reasons. I've had cable television for a while. Well, actually, Verizon Fios television, because I was lucky enough when we moved into our new house to actually be able to get Fios after years of struggling with Comcast and Time Warner. And I'm so sorry for all of you who still have to struggle with them. But I luckily escaped that. And yeah, I will admit that having Fios access was one of the things that I used to evaluate the neighborhood and house that I wanted to purchase. So, hey, it's important to me. But anyway, so most of my viewing habits does not involve TV, but I kept it around just kind of because. But I was motivated due to my parents, and I actually went and got rid of all of that over the weekend as well. So now all I have is internet coming into my home. And I did decide to upgrade to the gigabit internet, which is not gigabit internet, but that's what they call it. But it's, the fastest plan they offer. Which they're promoting for $80 if you're a new customer or something. And I'm like, great, I'll just get rid of it. It won't be $80 because I'm not new, so I won't get that deal. But that was more than what I had with television. So that made no sense. So I talked to them and I did that and ended up, after spending way too much time on the phone because they don't offer it on the website, getting the gigabit fiber plan. And I still have television, technically. But I took the cheapest package they offer, which is the Spanish language channels only. And I don't speak Spanish. And then I sent the box back so I don't have to pay that box fee. So I'm still paying for TV because it's cheaper for me to do that than not. It just so happens that it's TV I can't watch, which I find to be frankly ridiculous. I mean, come on, guys. yeah, get your pricing figured out. I know you want to incentivize people to go onto your channels, but if you would have offered me an online app that would let me do DVR and stream it to all of my devices and worked as well as any of the ones out there, I potentially would have stayed. But the fact is, Verizon doesn't do that. You can stream channels, you can't have the DVR. Although a lot of the internet-only TV providers don't have DVR. But get with the program. You can't just stick to your old business model and hope it works. Unless, of course, you manage to pass net neutrality, which today, or is it yesterday? Well, Net Neutrality Day. It's a very important thing. I've talked about it before on the channel. But the reason that I can, do this cord cutting and have the internet, my internet from Verizon, which is awesome, and let Verizon compete on a television offering. Don't force it on me. Compete for it. Maybe I'll take you if you have a good package. You don't right now, but if you did, I would take it. And let me be able to use Netflix and DirecTV online or whatever you call it, and PlayStation View and Google TV and Amazon and all of those services on an equal footing on your network. That's what we need. That's what net neutrality is all about. The only reason this current competition and the current evolution in the television and consuming marketplace is possible is because of the net neutrality that's been existing, despite the fact that the telcos want to stomp it out and are fighting everything they can about it. That whole, if you have Verizon Wireless, you can stream this partner's stuff and it doesn't count against your data cap. Woo, yay, aren't we special? No, you're jerks, because you're making preferential content to something your own. We need in this country to have the pipes and wires and the delivery, the tubes of the internet, as you were, be completely separate from the content of the internet. Separate out the people delivering the bits to your house and the people responsible for what are making the bits. Let Verizon go. Let them have this. Let Time Warner have this. Let them do this as separate entities completely. Don't let these mergers of the content providers and the ISPs continue. We have to break that stuff apart. And I know that's not what they want. And I know they're going to fight it and they're going to use their lobbyists. And our government is nothing better than being great corporate shills. But please, if you agree with me, get your voice known. People know that this is what we want. And that we want to be able to choose in internet service providers and in content providers separately. I firmly believe that is going to be the way that we can get the best quality of internet and of content to all of us for the cheapest. And yeah, it'll split out the wealth between two different companies, so more people will get rich, and not just one rich fat cat. Too bad. Don't really care. Unfortunately, I don't got the money to be able to influence my congressman directly. I only got a voice, and I can only call. And so can you, but I can urge you to do it. So anyway, that was a little more of a call to action than I anticipated. But I feel really strongly about this stuff. So I'm enjoying the cord cutting so far. It's working really well. Haven't missed a thing. And I hope you will make your voice heard. I will talk to you next week. Something a little more gaming focused, probably. I don't know. We'll figure out what I want to talk about next week. Until then, keep adventuring and enjoy. Bye.